Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Dominic Peterson, aka Doug Zone 503, talking all things Oregon football. If you're not following, if you're not subscribed already, go ahead and smash those buttons right now to join the Doug Zone family where we're always talking Oregon football. All right, guys, week 2, brand new week, game day, home opener, man. A lot to be happy about, a lot to be excited for after that bad performance that the Ducks had. I know it's not the showing we wanted to see. But hey, man, it's always good to go against quality competition out the gate to see what you got on your team, especially for a first-time head coach, a first-time staff trying to get these players into their system, trying to get them to buy in. And you've seen the week 1 struggles going against that elite coaching staff against Kirby Smart. I mean, he taught Lanning a thing or two, which is good. You know, as Oregon fans and players, I mean, in the moment, yeah, it hurts, but I guarantee you we're going to look back at that moment. We're going to go, this is the moment that team woke up, got focused, and started really buying into the Lanning system. And, you know, playing this week an FCS team, going from SEC national champions, you know, type of athlete defense, playing FCS, I think we're going to see this offense kind of open up and execute a little better. Because trying to execute an offense, I don't know what kind of offense you run, doesn't matter. When you got 5-star guys everywhere on the field and NFL draft picks on the other side, it gets really hard to execute anything you try to do. And Oregon could have scored late, got a touchdown, but they didn't even get it in the end zone. And Georgia did that to a lot of teams last year. Now, Georgia, last year's defense, the bright spot about last game a little bit is, and I did a recap video, by the way, if you guys want to go watch the recap vlogs out as well as in Atlanta. Anyways, Georgia only allowed about 9 first downs for the other team last year, okay? Oregon had over 20 first downs. I mean, they moved the ball. It just, with turnovers, got out of reach real fast, and they just didn't get the key third down conversions and just didn't be able to punch it in. Traveled 2,000 miles to watch a field goal, Ryan Winter said. Shout out Sports Chat. But man, yeah, it was tough. It was rough. But it's a brand new week. We got to look forward, and that's all we can do. Can't look too much in the past. And I think this loss, you know, it's kind of a positive. A loss like that will wake you up. It will focus you. And of course, Duck fans want to see, you know, we want to see y'all compete against the national teams. But at the end of the day, hey, you're my team. I'm going to support no matter what. And you know, Oregon back in the day, you know, you compete with Auburn, you know, beat Florida State really bad. Hell, even beat Ohio State last year. So it's proven that this team can play. I think you're just implementing a new system, a new culture. You got a young team fairly, you know, and you're running into the national champs, the defending national champs with a veteran quarterback. You know, a lot of those guys were on that national championship team. And it's just hard to compete in their backyard as well. I think you just ran into a buzzsaw, especially in Dan Lanning's first game. You know, I don't think that's the Dan Lanning we're going to see. I don't think that's the Bo Nix we're going to see as much as Bo Nix is getting hated on. I think he's a tremendous athlete. I think he's a good quarterback. I think just when you play Georgia, you just look that bad. That's what it is, man. And, of course, there's no excuses for that. You expect Oregon to compete, especially the way they've been recruiting. But, hey, man. It's Lanning's first game. Let's take it a little easy and let's just move on from it. So, yeah, Oregon lost 49-3 in Atlanta to Georgia. Our opponent upcoming is Eastern Washington, coming off their close home win against Tennessee State, 36-29. This matchup has happened once before. If you guys, certain Duck fans remember, in 2015, Oregon beat Eastern Washington 61-42 in a shootout. That was Vernon Adams' his first game as a Duck against his former team, actually. He transferred from Eastern Washington. And first game, what do you know? Kind of just like Lanning, how he coached against Georgia. Vernon Adams played against the Eastern Washington. On the other side, Eastern Washington had Cooper Kupp, for anybody who knows that name. And he was coached by the current Oregon wide receiver coach, Junior Adams. So a little fun fact there. Oregon is 1-0 all time against Eastern Washington. Now, Eastern Washington always plays Division I teams tough. This is no slouch. Okay, these guys can score and sling it. But ESPN says no. ESPN gives a 95.7% win percent chance for Oregon to win this game. Vegas Insider odds, the spread is 21-point spread for Oregon. So Oregon is expected to win this game by 3 touchdowns. And yeah, man, let's get into it. My thoughts on this matchup. Oregon is coming in with a 19 home win streak, looking to make it number 20 with the win over Eastern Washington. Now, Eastern Washington, like I said, is no slouch. I think they will challenge the Oregon secondary. Oregon struggled really bad last week defending the pass. Eastern Washington quarterback, he's a senior, very experienced redshirt senior. He slung the ball 46 times. I should just tell you how many times I like to pass the ball. He was 29 for 46, 29 completions, 46 passes. He had 348 yards and 5 touchdowns. So when I tell you that this team can sling it and they can put up points, they can do it. Now, what they don't do is they don't play defense really well. Eastern Washington allowed 19 points in the first quarter to Tennessee State. Big reason why it was a close game. They got better throughout the game, but in that first quarter, man, that defense in Tennessee State, I mean, they're no Oregon offense. Oregon offense they moved it against Georgia. They just didn't get in the end zone. But the Tennessee State running back rushed for 207 yards and had 8.3 yards per carry. I think Oregon with that offensive line should definitely dominate the line of scrimmage. And the Eastern Washington overall bad defense, really good pass offense. So I think Oregon has the strength that they have a weakness for, which is probably their defensive line and up front. Can't defend the run very well. I think Oregon can expose that. And I think Eastern Washington, honestly, can expose Oregon secondary a little bit. Now, this is my 3 keys to the game for an Oregon victory here. Number 1 for me is pressure the quarterback, all right? So Georgia got the ball out. That was really quick. That was their game plan. They had the athletes to make the plays. And Oregon wasn't able to really get pressure. We didn't get to see an Oregon pass rush. And I think Oregon will have the athletes up front and should dominate the line of scrimmage, both sides of the ball. So we're going to see if Eastern Washington's going to kind of formulate the same game plan as Georgia and try to get the ball out and quick screen plays. Now, of course, Georgia executed that on a level that I don't think Eastern Washington's going to execute if they do try to get the ball out quick and screen plays. I think we have the athletes to kind of stop that and slow that down a lot better than we did with Georgia. But if they don't go with that quick game plan all day and they really try to drop back and sling it, I want to see that. I want to see the quarterback run for his life because we have the athletes to get back there. Justin Flournoy should constantly be in his face. And if they want to throw the ball all game, so be it. Let's get in that backfield, right? All right, number 2, I say let's get Bo Nix going early now. A lot of questions from the media about Nix. I get it. Fans saying let's bring in Ty. They did that last year as well. Had 2 interceptions, really bad and struggling against quality competition. He's now 0-4 against Georgia. But the thing is Lanning is sticking to his guns, man. Lanning is sticking with Bo. And he said, Bo's our quarterback, and he also passed on bringing Ty late in the game. Same with Jay Butterfield if you want to bring him up. I think with all that being said, poor performance, like I said, it's hard to execute against those guys, man. I mean, you'd need like a Bryce Young, and talent all around to really compete with Georgia. And sorry, Bo Nix is an average quarterback. I mean, he's good, but he's not elite. And, I think with Bo, though, I think playing lesser competition, playing in the Pac-12, you're going to see him put up some career numbers. I really do. I think he's going to play well, and he's going to get on some Oregon fans' side after this game because I think he'll play well. And I think how to do that, though, you're going to want to get him some quick throws and catches early. Just get him going, get his confidence up, get him maybe a running touchdown, call his number a little bit because, man, last game, a lot of people were calling on him. I mean, I've seen Oregon recruits putting the Bo Nix shake my head emoji, so it didn't look good. So get him going early, make him look good this game. All right, and then number 3 and final key is start fast, man. Everybody in the media, a lot of fans are in disbelief. That performance, everybody's scratching the ducks out, calling them a mid-Pac-12 team. All right. I'd say let's start fast. You're at home. You got this win streak going. You see BYU, okay? Shout out BYU. I'll get to them in a second. They were up 28-0 in the first quarter against South Florida, and they were on the road. That's how you tell the other team, I'm better than you. So Oregon's supposed to be a 3-touchdown favorite. Go up 3 touchdowns in the first quarter. Let's just come out with a bang. Let's do it. All right, so fast start as well. That can equal a renewed confidence. You know, some morales might be low after that last performance. And if you start out slow against Eastern Washington, I mean, confidence is going to be real down in the gutters. So let's show we're the better team. We got better talent. Let's show it. So BYU, man, just want to shout out them real quick. You know, a fast start equals new confidence. Same thing with a big win. I think Oregon's going to have to get a big win to get that renewed confidence to go into that BYU game, because BYU looks good, man. They put it on Southern Florida on the road, and make sure to tune in. Number 25 BYU plays number 10 Baylor this week. If they beat Baylor, and BYU's at home, watch out. That's going to be a game. So Oregon, I want them to. I'm hoping they blow them out. I hope Oregon blows Eastern Washington out. I hope BYU beats Baylor. I really do, and I hope it's going to be a great game for week 3. But we got to get past Eastern Washington first, okay? So I think Oregon's going to come in with a focus and intensity and come out firing. I really do. I think with a loss like that, with the Lanning's putting it on him on practice, he looks like he's intense after his interviews. He comes out with dripping sweat. Lanning, man, you could tell. He was like, that's not a duck. That's not our standard. He said it plenty of times, and he wants to show what our standard is at home. So let's do it. So I expect a fast start for Oregon. I really do. As a Duck fan, I'm hoping for a fast start. I think Nix and this offense will definitely execute better. And playing FCS competition, coming down from that SEC National Championship 5-star level, coming to play FCS, I think it's going to be good. So now I do think Eastern Washington has a dangerous pass offense, you know, and the Ducks defense is once again playing an experienced quarterback. All right, this redshirt senior Gunnar Talkington is his name. What a name, right? Gunnar Talkington. 348 yards, 5 touchdowns. Now I get it. It's against Tennessee State, and where he's going to play a really fast, big Duck defense, but the Duck defense did not look good. They gave up 439 passing yards last game to Stetson Bennett and the backup together. But this is the thing. I think Oregon's going to start out really fast. I think Eastern Washington will eventually stay in the game, though, because of their pass offense. I think Oregon will have a quick start. I think Eastern Washington will get shocked. But I think with Eastern Washington's pass offense, I think they'll be able to stay in the game. I mean, Oregon's secondary just did not look good at all, tackling and covering. It looked really bad, and that was a lot of people's like, well, when they look at the team, what's the weakness? It looks like that secondary is the weakness. I think people are right, and I don't know how much you fix that in just 1 week. Now, I think the secondary will come about, and it will get stronger for Lanning and Coach Yee. Great coach, but I just don't know how much you can fix in 1 week on that, and seeing that's the strength of the other team. I think they're able to stay in the game a little bit. I don't think it's the blowout that everybody wants to see. You know, I'm interested. I'm gonna be really watching the coaching adjustments from week 1 to 2. You know, there was a lot of things to shore up, a lot of things to improve, coverage wise, tackling wise. So I want to see how well this team can tackle, playing lesser competition as well. Are they still missing tackles? Or are they actually wrapping up? As they're blown coverages the way there was week 1, I mean, it should look a little better, right? So hopefully we see Lanning's improvement from week 1 to 2 with his team's performance there. You know, Oregon's going to have better athletes, more depth, and I expect a lot better execution for this Oregon win. I have Oregon 48, Eastern Washington 35, and Oregon will continue their home win streak to 20 wins after the win. A lot of people might be surprised with that score and be like, wow, 48-35. Like, I don't think Eastern Washington's going to score 35. I do. I think that Oregon defense, I don't think you fix it in 1 week. I expect it to look better. I expect it to execute better, get a lot more pressure and stuff like that. But I think with that passing offense and that secondary that we got right now, it's young. I've said it in my projection videos. I mean, the young secondary, it's going to take time. It's going to take time for this whole team to really execute, but I do think the Oregon offense is going to move it. I mean, just on the run game alone, I think Oregon can really move the ball in Eastern Washington and put up points. So I expect a shootout. I expect Oregon's quick start to kind of keep them in that 14-17 lead range. But I think Eastern Washington's gonna do some things on offense. You know, and nothing last week kind of showed me that okay, Oregon's defense, much hype as it did, that's what really worried me. And until they show it, I think teams can put up points. So I got 48-35, Oregon winning the game. All right, guys. Yeah, I'll be out there. I'll be at Autzen Stadium. I'm section 36, row 80, so I'm kind of up at the top up there. But shit, I got a ticket where I can. You know what I mean? But go Ducks. I'll be out there. If there's any tailgates y'all want to invite me at, I don't have no tailgating plans, so I'm trying to figure that out. Once again, if you guys are listening, if you enjoyed the podcast, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and hit the like button. And as always, go Ducks.